who came up with the Kaiser Soze line for dollar bill?
Brian Koppelman, maybe Koppelman and Levine, but that was season 1, and about halfway through season 1, and I'd had very little to do at that point. And there was one time at lunch when Koppelman just sort of yelled across the table to me saying, "I just wrote one of my favorite lines ever, and you get to say it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll know when you read it." And it was like, oh God, he knows my name. I didn't even know he knew who I was, because I really didn't have much to do in the first half of that season. And we were at the table read, and I was going through it, and I read, "I'm Kaiser Soze, motherfucker," and I looked down at the other end, and he just was like, he'd been watching me, like knowing the line was coming up, waiting to see my expression. And he was like, yeah, see. So, yeah, that was Koppelman and Levine.
Yeah, and look, it wasn't because it was you. It was just a great line, because when you said it, I was like, no, I don't mean that as an insult. Although I would love to. In retroactively, I mean it as an insult.
Sure, yeah. You'd like to reverse and make sure I'm insulted, sure.
Yeah, but no, when I watched it, I was like, yeah.
It was great. I mean, it was because the whole scene, the guy, Dollar Bill, I mean, he's so quiet during the whole thing. And then they kind of break him. You think that's where it's going. And all he has to say in response to Chuck saying, "You're going to ruin your entire family for Bobby Axelrod." And that's it. It's such there's so few lines written for some of the secondary characters compared to the main characters. But what they're really good at is writing these perfect distillation lines. Like, you know where these people are, you know who these people are, based on very few lines, really, in some cases. And the fact that he is so giddy to have blown up his family to save this guy who he loves more than life itself, more than his family's, he just is like, yeah, I'm a fictional super villain. Yes. I'm going to jail. Yes. You know, it's a great line.
So was that line uttered right after you sent the text?
Yeah, sent the text, then they look and they're like, "What's he doing?" And I just said, I wrote a letter to my wife. I just sent it. He's like, "Wait, you did that?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm Kaiser Soze." So it was that fast. Yeah.
I remember. It's funny. I don't even remember the line. I remember the line really from Cenk, because Cenk talked about it so much afterwards. But I remember the text.
You remember the text?
Or the email, whatever. I remember that moment of like, he just sent an email or whatever it was, you know.
Right.
So I might even have missed the line because I was going, "Hey, he just on the text. He had no leverage. He killed no leverage."
Yeah, no, it was a great moment, and I remember I had a hard time with that scene, just acting it, because Bill is he's so happy with what he's doing, and he's planned it ahead of time, because there was no time for him to write out a full email. Obviously, it's there. There's something there. It was like, my rationalization is that it was like his little his getaway bag that he had. It was like, all right, I'm going into saved emails. But it was hard to play it with the right look on your face. You know, oh, I'm going to get one on them, or oh, I'm really sad, or just sort of some sort of neutral is what we ended up doing. And I mean, I'm never happy with any of my performances, so I still think I've up, but the writing carried the day.
No, nobody.
No, I do. I'm terrible. I probably, you can ask Ben. I feel like any minute now someone's going to be like, we cast who? Him? That guy?
All right, thanks for watching this free clip of Old School. Don't forget to become a TYT member today for the rest of the show and for more exclusive content throughout the network. Join now at tyt.com/join.
We found television's best kept secret.